This is the OT Collaboratory. In this video, we will be teaching you how to write a literature review for your doctoral proposal. We will explain overall tone and organization of this type of paper. When writing a literature review for your doctoral proposal, think about the tone of your paper. Of course, it will have a scholarly tone, but it may also be an analytical paper, which breaks down an issue or an idea into its component parts, evaluates the issue or idea, and presents this breakdown and evaluation to the reader. Or it may be an expository or explanatory paper, which explains something to the reader. Or it may be an argumentative paper, which makes a claim about a topic and justifies this claim with specific evidence. The claim could be an opinion, an evaluation, a cause and effect statement, or an interpretation. The goal of an argumentative paper is to convince the reader that the claim is true based on the evidence provided, or your literature review may attempt to do all of these. To organize your literature review, you can break it down into 3 sections: the introduction, the body, and the discussion. The first section is the introduction, which is the first paragraph. It is brief, basic, and helpful to the reader. The introduction includes a thesis statement. The thesis statement discusses what is in your paper. It usually appears at the end of the first paragraph of your paper. Note that your topics may change as you write, so you may need to revise your thesis statement to reflect what is exactly in your paper. The second section of the literature review is the body. The body answers the question what, or what does the literature say? The body contains objective and factual information. It involves analysis, synthesis, and summary of the literature. It covers the major themes of the literature, which are topics that are relevant to your project, such as population, environmental factors, intervention, theory, methodology. Note, there is no set number of themes or sub-themes. The third section of the literature review is the discussion. The discussion answers 2 questions: so what and now what? Here are several ideas for how to answer the questions so what and now what. These ideas could be subheadings in your discussion section. Interpretation of the literature. This involves explaining what the literature that you highlighted in your paper means. An example sentence stem could be, the results of this literature review suggest that significance of the literature. This includes explaining why the literature that you've highlighted in this paper is important. Application of theory. This consists of discussing how the literature supports or rejects theory. You may decide to create a visual schema to represent the literature using your chosen theoretical model or models, and you can discuss that schema in this section. Implications for OT practice and research. This involves explaining insights and suggestions for future practice and research. Consider this list of ideas like a menu for your discussion section. Choose only what is relevant to your project. The last subheading or subsection in the discussion will be the conclusion. The conclusion is brief, usually 1 paragraph. It restates your topic or topics and why those topics are important. It restates your thesis or claim, and it calls for action or an overview for future possibilities. To review, you can break down the organization of your literature review into 3 sections: the introduction, the body, and the discussion. Here's another tip. Find a published literature review in an existing peer-reviewed journal and notice the organization of that article. See what insights and inspiration you can gain from another scholar's example. The information for this video came from 3 key sources: the elements of style, so what, the writer's argument, and the APA Manual, 7th edition. Thank you for listening, and good luck on writing that literature review.